To recommit at the desk.
Is the gentleman opposed to the bill?
Yes, I am in its current form.
The gentleman qualifies. Clerk will report the motion.
Mr. Conaway of Texas moves to recommit the bill H.R. 5658 to the Committee on
Armed consent to consider it read.
Without objection, so ordered. The gentleman is recognized for 5 minutes.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Tonight I'm asking.
The gentleman suspend. The gentleman deserves to be heard.
I reserve a point of order. I reserve a point of order.
Point of order is reserved.
Thank you.
The gentleman is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. Tonight I'm asking my colleagues to make a clear choice, a choice between a rational development of American energy resources or a flawed policy of shackling ourselves to unfriendly nations for the fuel we depend on every day. The Republican motion to recommit will remove restrictions on the federal government to speed the development and production of American resources, as well as reduce our reliance on imported refined products. It would first repeal the misguided policies introduced by Section 526 of the Energy Independence and Security Act, which senselessly handcuffs the federal government, essentially the Department of Defense, to only conventional sources of diesel, gasoline, and jet fuel. Second, it would expedite the siting of potential new refinery capacity. Congress has already admitted that we want to continue relying on fossil fuels by passing legislation to let Americans sue OPEC to force them to increase their oil production. It is irrational to restrict our access to American fossil fuels, but continue buying these same fuels from countries that are at best not our allies. This motion will unleash the purchasing power of the federal government to accelerate the development and exploitation of unconventional fuels. With oil at $1.30 a barrel, we should be embracing alternative sources of fuel and actively seeking to improve processes and increase refinery capacity, as well as increase fuel efficiency. But instead, Section 526 shuts the door on alternative, unconventional, and synthetic fuels and makes us more reliant on foreign oil. This motion to recommit, Mr. Order, not in order. House not in order.
Gentleman can proceed.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker. This motion to recommit also provides the Secretary of Energy with the ability to reuse not less than 3 excess military installations as possible locations to site new refineries. This process will protect all federal, state, local review and permitting processes and will even allow an opportunity for the governor of the state to veto the site. These refineries are critically needed to address not only our military's vulnerabilities, but the needs of all American consumers. By repealing Section 526 and providing for the construction of new refinery capacity, we are taking positive steps to alleviate our reliance on foreign sources of fuel and ensuring the Department of Defense has what it needs to accomplish its security missions. To me, a choice like this is no choice at all. Relying on untrustworthy regimes for fuel we need that leaves our nation vulnerable to the whims of thugs and dictators. Tonight, this motion to recommit provides us with the opportunity to become more economically and strategically competitive by promoting the responsible development of American sources of refined products. Please join me in supporting the passage of this motion to recommit and putting our nation on a path to energy self-reliance. I now yield to Fred Upton.
Gentleman is recognized.
Thank you, Mr. Speaker.